Grand rising. Salute to all. Salute to the internal, indigenous, spiritual, most high. You know, we are trolls only God and your mama can love you. And last but not least, y'all know how we do it around these neck of the woods, man. One time, yeah. I say one time, yeah. I say one time, yeah. Man, it's time to get uncut. But I'm gonna watch how I articulate myself, y'all, for the sake of the trolls. All right, for the sake of the trolls. All right, thank you for joining me on TikTok. Salute to you, TikTok. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Salute to you on YouTube. You know, it's love. It's love. All right, so I want to go back to this whole White House dinner psyop we all just witnessed or were told about, you know. And it seems like everything that's coming out of the White House lately has been lies. I have a problem with people trying to dictate to the American people what we know, belittling our information and not being transparent with the very people who put them in office. So the first thing I noticed about this situation was they tried to portray that this guy was black. Okay, if I can say that. Eric Wolf, what's up? What's up, Eric Wolf? You know what I mean? Thank you for joining on YouTube. Thank you for joining on TikTok. Okay, the first thing I noticed is they tried hard to actually make it look like this perpetrator was from our community. And they would have fooled you looking by race. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They would have What's up, nephew? What's up, nephew? Cornel Saunders, salute to your nephew one time. So what got me is heading into work. You going live tonight, bro? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm doing everything this month. I'm putting out videos, shorts, live streams. We getting it. We getting it. You know what I mean? We gonna love the trolls though. We gonna love the trolls. We gonna love the trolls. We getting it. You know what I mean? We gonna love the trolls, man. All right. So they try to portray of him being from our community and looking at him the way America views colorization and skin color, you would have the indication that he was. If you paid attention to his hair, you know that he's not. Okay. So now it comes out that this guy may not have even been, and the Secret Serviceman that was hit but survived might have been hit by one of his own counterparts. You know what I'm saying? It might have been hit by one of his own counterparts, which is in itself entirely sickening, y'all. Entirely sickening. So let's get into something real quick. Y'all check this out, man. Check this out.
The official story of the shooter at the White House Correspondents' Dinner seems to have just completely collapsed with the.
I appreciate that, Eric. You know, let's put Eric in the chat. You know, Eric, have a great day at work. Be safe on your commute. You know, we appreciate the $2 super chat. Let's put Eric name in the chat, y'all. Y'all know we show love when people gift us around here. You know, times are hard, so when they gift, we show love. Let's put Eric's name in the chat, please, moderators. All right. So
Revelation that the shooter may not have been a shooter at all. I will explain. I want to be clear about what we know, what's still investigated. We need to separate fact from fiction. Now, let's start with the primary sort of bullet point, which is the shooter ran past security and fired a bunch of rounds before being stopped alive by Secret Service and police. That's the official story we started with. Over the last couple of days, a very different possibility has emerged. And I have to tell you, from the beginning, I found it sort of strange that if the shooter really fired 5 or 6 rounds, that he would be caught alive, that he wouldn't be killed, especially when, by the standards
Now, tell me when in American history can someone who is presumably of our community get into something like this? You know, you can't even get in the child support office with this type of stuff. How you get in the White House? How you get in the correspondence dinner? You know, and then you live. You're not unalived. You don't have 70 holes in and out of your bunghole. We ain't out here marching. No justice, no peace. Say his name. He actually lived in and out, but I saw my brother was live and I had to double up. Hey, I appreciate that, Marcel. Saluting Grand Rising to everybody. Saluting Grand Rising to all. YouTube, TikTokers, you know, saluting Grand Rising to all. Thank you for the support. But no, now it's coming out that this guy may not have even been the guy. Crystal, baby, where you been? You been playing hooky, Crystal. You been playing hooky. You know what I mean? You been playing hooky. You know what I mean? For sure, Eric, I appreciate you, my man. Be safe on your travels.
That our law enforcement is expected to abide by, it would be completely legitimate in the eyes of the law to shoot dead a suspect that has gotten 5 or 6 rounds off, especially in that chaotic situation. I found it weird. It now appears as though the shooter may have fired 1 round or maybe even 0 rounds and would have been a potential shooter had he gotten close to Donald Trump, but not an actual shooter as well.
I haven't been getting notifications on anything. I tried turning them on and off, but it don't tell me. I keep missing yours. Listen, I've been going through a shadow ban because you know I've been giving it to these trolls and stuff, so they're not really recommending my channel. I think you have to personally go to my page, you know, or something like that. I don't know. Or make sure your notification bell is on all. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not getting notifications, you know, make sure your notification bell is on all. You know, and that's on YouTube. I'm not sure how it works on TikTok. That's still a learning process. But I know on YouTube that notification bell.
As described. Todd Blanche was asked about this, the Attorney General, and he was asked, have you been able to determine whether the gunman fired any shots? And Blanche says, well, that is something we are still looking at. He is unable to say definitively that the shooter shot at all.
Have you been able to determine whether the gunman fired shots? If so, how many shots he fired? And who exactly, whose bullet hit the agent?
We want to get that right. So we're still looking at that. It appears, and I don't want to overstate because we are still looking at this, that there were five shots that law enforcement fired.
Law enforcement fired.
We have all the evidence is being examined very carefully and expeditiously, and we'll know more soon. We do believe that as the complaint lays out, that the suspect, that the defendant fired it out of his shotgun, and we know that happened. But as far as getting into exacting ballistics, I'm not going to do that today because it's still being looked at.
Where's the casing? If this was the result of a blast from I don't know what we can say on these platforms. We're going to say a shotty. Can we say a shotty? Shotty. Can we get away with that? If this was a blast from a shotty, then there should have been a casing. There should have been a casing, a shell. All right. So they're not being transparent with us. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm beginning to notice a pattern. And y'all know I don't mind stating my truths. My opinion to y'all, but my truths to me. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all haven't noticed that every time Donald Trump's ratings start to fall, there's an attempt on his life? Have we not noticed? Y'all didn't notice the older white guy in that video of this occurrence that just kept eating. He never ducked, he never jumped, he went viral. He just sat there and kept eating like he knew it was going to happen. Look that up. Look it up. The guy sat there and kept eating the whole time. If you hear rounds going off, pow, 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 you go at least duck. You might grab your plate and duck because you're a little on the hungry side. You got to get some energy to run. You know, that might be your last meal. Who knows? But you're not just going to sit there like you don't see this, hear this going on, and you're just never turns his head. No, y'all look up that video. He went viral for it. He went viral. You know what I'm saying? He went viral. Y'all always come in here with this Snoop stuff now. Y'all know how me and Snoop roll. We be rolling down the street, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, sipping on some cold water. Y'all know how these platforms are, all right? Y'all know how these platforms are. Yeah. Y'all always come in here with this Snoop stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always come in here with this Snoop stuff. Snoop, we need to talk, man. I think we might be related. You know what I mean? Or maybe somebody in your family knew somebody in my family that made me. We just need to talk. There's got to be some benefits to looking like you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead and finish that thing off, Crystal, baby. I couldn't say it. They own me so much. I can't say it. I just want to make my money and get my message out. Can I do that? Let's go, though. Let's go.
Find a lot.
Now, one of the fascinating things is that while he kind of throws in there, oh yeah, we do know that the gunman did fire a shot, I guess. We are also hearing that they haven't found the bullet casings for any rounds fired by the shooter.
I just said that. You're digging yourself further in the hole by saying it was a blast. Can I say that? Boy, if I make it through a whole TikTok live without them telling me that I done did something wrong, this would be great. This would be a monumental moment. I always mess up on TikTok. YouTube too, but I have not made it through a TikTok live yet without just something. You know what I mean? So I'm walking a fine line here. I'm practicing some discipline here. You know, so thank you to everyone hitting that hard button. Thank you for hitting that hard button over here on TikTok. And if we're on the tube, can we get the likes up? Can we get the likes up? But I just said, like, it's crazy how they're saying that this was a blast from a shotty. Close range, close proximity. Supposedly, a Secret Serviceman got hit, but he was wearing a vest. I don't see that happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that happening. That don't sound right. A shotty, close range in those quarters. Close range in those quarters, ladies and gentlemen. And it happens to hit an agent wearing a vest, and the agent is gonna survive. Man, we saw this with Charlie Kirk. Stop lying. That's all I'm saying. Stop lying. Every time this man's numbers start to fall, there's an attempt on his life. How? You mean to tell me the closest they come is taking a part of his ear off that done magically grew back? Now, let's ask Evander Holyfield what it took to get his ear back after Mike Tyson bit it off. Let's just ask the brother. I'm just saying. Let's just ask the brother. Let's ask the brother what it took. So something ain't right about this, right? Something ain't right about this, but let's go.
And it was brushed off as, it's crazy. You don't always find that. Kind of a key piece of forensic evidence. First, really quick, a word from our sponsor. A lot of people fall into the same pattern every year for Mother's Day. Flowers, maybe brunch, maybe a gift card. It's nice. Doesn't last very long. This is why I love Aura frames as a different kind of gift. Our sponsor, Aura, in the description. Now back to the video.
Thank you.
Here is one more clip of Todd Blanche talking about this.
I don't have anything further to talk about with the ballistics that are still being analyzed. And I said it yesterday. And
right, the man ear just magically grew back. First, he was wearing like, can I just say, He was wearing a maxi pad or something over his ear. I'm not sure what that was. It looked like a maxi pad. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just Hogan's hero. Fight, fight, fight. You know, blood dripping from everywhere, and he wore a maxi pad on his ear for a while. And now his ear just grew back. His ear just grew back, and he knew to turn his head slightly when that happened. They slowed it down and circled the I don't know what we can say on these things anymore. They circled the, you know, when you play golf, you play rounds of golf, y'all. They circled the round in the air. You know what I'm saying? As the round was launched in the air. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you can say on these things anymore. Freedom of speech is under attack. The censorship is crazy. But okay, we tried. So they circled it and highlighted it. And this man turned his head just in a nick of time. Just in the nick of time. I said it was set up. I said it was set up. You know what I mean? I said it was set up. I think this is a psyop, and I think they lying to the people again. But I also think they dead wrong for trying to portray this perpetrator for being black. We don't do stuff like this. And let's be honest, y'all not gonna let no black person we ain't coming in that setting. I'm trying to watch what I say. Now we know where we can go and where we can't go. That's why y'all still have sundown towns. You know what I'm saying? But you think we coming in a White House correspondence dinner with all these rich, good white folks? Answer would be no. Y'all not even gonna let us in. Nope. Nope. Unless we're in the back in the kitchen cooking. Nope. 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 It ain't happening. It ain't happening. So they try to portray him as he was from our community. That alone was a psyop to me. Why are you trying to portray us when that's not something that we do? Shawnee! What's good, Shawnee? I appreciate that, y'all. Let's put Shawnee in the chat. Y'all know what we do when people give, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We show, hey, we show love. We show love. We show respect. You know, we show appreciation. Can we get SB in the chat, please, on YouTube? SB in the chat. And over here, you know, let's do the same thing. If we see someone giving, let's put their name in the chat. You know, let's put their name in the chat. Let's acknowledge them. Let's acknowledge them. So if we see anyone giving anything or just hitting that hard button or anything, let's recognize people. Times are hard, man. You know what I'm saying? Times are hard. So when people find out how to kind of say they're hard to do genuine justice, this should be recognized, you know? So let's recognize that, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost. We got to get back to being cordial. We got to get back to showing each other love, man. We got to lead by example. You know what I mean? So I likes that. I likes that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I appreciate that. Shawnee! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Put the name in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. This uplifting around here, man. We all in this together, man. It's we the people. It's just the racist people who want to divide. You know what I'm saying? So I be having fun with the racist people, but I can never be racist. But trolling them back is just fun as hell. I'm trying to tone down on it, all right, because it started to get me in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of getting shadow banned. I'm tired of being restricted and not recommended and underpaid and so I'm gonna wear my stripes, y'all. I'm trying to work on me, but it was like the funnest parts of being a content creator because people think that they can just say things and they don't expect you to react to it. And well, I like to roast and share a good laugh, so yeah, I recognize those things that I shoot back. But okay, I got my Stevie Wonder shades on. I don't see a thing. Let's go.
Every law enforcement member who is speaking on this issue is saying the same thing as they should, which is that this is an ongoing investigation with really, really smart experts trying to understand what happened in that shooting and where the bullets went and ended up and where the bullets came from. And once that is at a place where we can definitively say, to the extent we can definitively say, we will let you know.
It is possible, ladies and gentlemen, that the shooter fired no shots, that law enforcement fired 5 or 6 shots.
How are you being called? See, I got to watch what I say. How are they trying to say that you was responsible for the Obamas, y'all? Okay, if y'all follow me on YouTube, y'all know where I'm going with this. TikTok, y'all about to learn something about me. I'm gonna work my way around this. I got my own little lingo anyways. How are they trying to accuse you of being the Obama? Y'all know, brah, brah, brah. And they say you never even fired a round. You never even fired a round. That's worse than being called a thief and you ain't never stole nothing in your entire life. See, maybe he was black. He's been falsely accused. But then again, I feel like Tyler Robinson is being falsely accused too. I'm not a Charlie Kirk fan, but I'm a fan of the truth. And well, I just think there's a lot more truth to this Charlie Kirk thing. I just don't think that's what happened, but may he rest in peace. I mean, whatever, you know, and I don't want to deprive him of his victimhood with all due disrespectful respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, let's go. Ooh, that's gonna make some people mad. That's gonna make some people mad. But we know what they said happened ain't really what happened, y'all. Come on. Whether we agree with Charlie or not, that man should still be alive, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that didn't happen. Anybody who know about the brats, 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 them things that go pew, 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 we know the damage some things will really do. You know what I'm saying? And I know the damage a shot of you do close range, even if you're wearing a. This is just not adding up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like my bank account. It's like my numbers on TikTok and YouTube at the end of every month. It's just not adding up, y'all. It's not adding up, y'all. Come on, man. They got to stop lying to the people, bro. They got to stop lying to the people. It's time to be real. Why every time this man numbers start tanking, there's an attempt on his life? Every time his numbers start tanking, he got to go and start something with another country and try to look like a hero. We saw this happen. When the EpiPen files came out, thank you, Mr. Let Go. I've been borrowing your lingo. When them EpiPen files came out, I'ma just say it. I got to take a chance here. When them Epstein files came out and midterms is on the horizon, we saw old Donald or felon Trump. We saw him go in Venezuela. He took Maduro and the baby mama. His numbers kept tanking. You know what I'm saying? It's an attempt on his life. Numbers tanked again. Darn it, we finna start something with sovereign Iran. And we're gonna go in this thing where IHOP, y'all know who I call IHOP, when things is real. You know, the things that's going on right now in the world is real. You know, peep game, it is real. IHOP is real. We gonna team up with IHOP. Thank you, Mr. Let Go again. I'm taking some more of your lingo, sir. But we team up with IHOP, who's also just as evil as some of the people in America, in this country right here. And you go mess with Iran, and Iran is putting out Lego videos, roasting you. You know what I mean? Iran is like making a fool of two countries at the same time and exposing us. Exposing us. So what is he gonna do now? What's gonna be the cover up now? Now we know this was fake. Okay, what is he gonna do now? He said he was going into Cuba next, y'all. I mean, with this guy, it's either like medical issues and an attempt on his life when things are going bad, so that he can rally his base, or he gonna get us into some sugar honey iced tea, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just need everybody that he's messing with to understand that when y'all start hating America globally, realize we the people right now, us innocent folks on these live streams, we are America. Y'all don't need to come for us. At least go for the government. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue sounds like a fine destination for anything y'all need to sell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he is mentally unstable, Sweet Low. I agree. I agree. I definitely agree. Salute to you, sweet low. But yeah, it's something wrong with that man. It's something wrong, man. It's something wrong. And why he get he say, but Crystal baby, MF act like cause he had money, I should stay home. I'd rather sleep with roaches than snakes. Whoa, what we getting at here? My family was racist as ain't no one loved me more than my black friends and their broke families. My dad said he didn't know why I even hung around them. They had love, home didn't. Hey, that's real, man. I told you it's love in our community, man. That's real. Hey, shout out to the FBA. Shout out to the black community, y'all. Crystal baby, who follows me on YouTube, and shout out to you, Crystal baby. Y'all put Crystal baby in the chat. Y'all put CB in the chat, man. That's about as real as it gets right there. That's about as real as it gets. While they're busy trying to portray us as violent, hostile people, you know what I mean? Look, Crystal baby don't look like me. But I want to read these sentiments again. I want to read black community stand up. You know what I'm saying? Black folks stand up. I ain't talking to the black people because black people be on crazy stuff like white people. So I got to say good black folks, like I say good white folks. Good black folks stand up. You know what I'm saying? Stand up. That's what I'm talking about. So Crystal, who is non-black, just said in my TikTok live stream, not TikTok, my YouTube chat here. She says, my family was racist as ain't no one loved me more than my black friends and their broke families. My dad said he didn't know why I even hung around them. They had love. Home didn't. MFers act like cause he had money, I should stay home. I'd rather sleep with roaches than snakes. Oh man, listen, that's powerful right there, man. That's powerful. I'm sorry your black friends had roaches and they was broke, but I'm glad they had love for you. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, thank you for exposing your father as a snake. Thank you for that genuine message. Black community stand up. That's what's up. See, good folks, y'all. Good folks. That's what I'm talking about. I had to highlight that. Had to highlight that. Had to highlight that. Insatiable. What's good? What's good? I like that, man. Let's go.
And that the Secret Service officer that was struck by a bullet might have been struck by friendly fire.
What?
Now, I'm going to tell you something else.
What? Now, I play video games. I think I know what friendly fire is. Hey, sometimes you got to turn the friendly fire off. Sometimes you want to turn it on because you're playing with somebody online that just needs a little straightening at the time. You know what I mean? So you got hit by one of your own, which explains why you survive. Because close quarters with the shotty to the body, you know what I mean? I don't think that like one buck shots, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go hunting, them buck shots. You know, I'm trying TikTok. I'm trying. They just we can't say what we want to say anymore. So I'm trying. Y'all work with me. I'm trying. All right. At least I'm showing some self-awareness and some reserve. I'm growing. I'm trying, but darn it makes it hard to communicate. You know what I'm saying? They might as well have us speak in Spanish. Real talk. Ooh, I might learn how to say it in Spanish. I'll say it in German, Portuguese, or something. See if I get flagged. Yeah, we're gonna work that out. So it's possible that the agent that was hit by one of his own counterparts. 5 shots. You mean to tell me you can't find where a shotty, where the blast of a shotty came from and where it went? That should be the first thing you find. That casing should be easy to find. When you use things like this, most people know collect your casings. You're leaving proof. You're leaving forensics. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, we all ain't been innocent in life. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. So This was crazy in itself. You know what I mean? Y'all keep coming in here with this Snoop Dogg stuff. Snoop, 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 Snoop. Tell them you ready for the after party too. I like y'all don't see Snoop here. I like y'all don't see Snoop here. Snoop is ready for the after party. You know what I'm saying? Snoop has been a childhood nickname of mine forever. Forever. You know what I'm saying? Almost 49 years later, y'all still calling me that. Stop it, I say. Let Snoop be Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Y'all snooping all in Snoop business trying to say I'm a Snoop clone. I'm not Snoop from Temu. I'm not Snoop from Amazon. I'm not Snoop 2.0. I just, maybe all black people really do look alike. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So here we go.
When I heard that the shooter had fired rounds in a lobby on a different floor than Trump was at that moment, that also didn't make a lot of sense to me. Now, I said to myself, what is the possible explanation? Why would the shooter discharge 5 rounds when he's on a different floor from Trump in the lobby? And the only explanation I could come up with at the time was, listen, maybe the shooter realized he wasn't going to get anywhere near Donald Trump and decided in desperation, I'm not going to allow this to be for nothing.
He's not going to get anywhere near. Of course, you're not going to get near Donald Trump. This is low IQ stuff right here, y'all. Now, every attempt that has been on this man's life that they have lied to us about, it came from a long range. It came from a long range. How can you mentally think that you're going to get close to the presidential scum of the United States? How? How? And they try to portray this guy as black. He wasn't black. Look at his hair. He's not black. He might have been a little melanated. Maybe he's mulattoes. I don't know. But he's not black. All right. He's not black. All right. I'm not even paying attention to what the racists are saying. I'm not. It don't matter. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So right here, let me address that. When you say, can anyone say ballroom? Are you saying that's why he should have a ballroom built? I want to understand your comment. How all in Carter 71? What do you mean by can anyone say ballroom? And thank you for liking the live. Let's chat. Yes, that's what he wants. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good point. So this can be used as a push to, oh, see, if I would have had my ballroom, this would have never happened. Good point. Good point. Good point. But we know no one's going to get this close to the presidential scum of the United States. Again, you don't think Iran want to get close to him? All Iran wants is Donald Trump, and all of this is over. Now, I don't understand how we can invade Venezuela and take Maduro and the baby mama, but we won't surrender our president and his baby mama, possibly. Or the Epstein girl that he married, possibly. Or Melania ain't clean. I'm saying Melania is not clean. Sexy, but not clean. Very sexy, but not clean. You know what I'm saying? Not clean. Not clean. Allegedly. Let me say that. I don't need Secret Service and Homeland Security. You know what I'm showing out here. Allegedly. Allegedly. Let me say it again. Allegedly. All right. I'm just saying
I'm going to
somebody got to
start
say
firing
it.
indiscriminately in the lobby. But it was weird. I had to sort of come up with an explanation for that. We are now learning the shooter may not have fired any rounds at all, which actually makes a lot more sense because he got nowhere near his target, Donald Trump. He wasn't in the room. He wasn't even on the same floor. Now, prosecutors, again, that they're still sticking on this. We believe the shooter fired at least 1 round instead of 5 or 6.
If it was a round from a shotty in close quarters like this, how can you believe? Belief is not an opinion. Belief is like religion. It's not an opinion. It's what you presumably perceive to be true. doesn't mean that it's true. If it's a round from a shotty, you can find a casing. You can find a hole. It's buckshot somewhere. It's something. It's something. You gonna find something. So you either know he did it or he didn't do it. It's one of the two. You either know he did it or he didn't do it. It goes right back to the whole Charlie Kirk thing. I don't think Tyler Robinson did that. They said that that round that somehow didn't exit Charlie Kirk, that he was a man of steel due to his bone density. He saved other lives. They say that that round did not fit Tyler's weaponry. Can I say that? Can I say I don't see nothing popping up on TikTok? Maybe I may. Maybe I'm safe. Okay, all right. So it's just like the OJ case. If the glove don't acquit, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. You know what I'm saying? If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. So if it don't fit Tyler Robinson's weaponry, why is he still locked up? You know? And point being, if you can't even prove that this guy discharged a round, why is he being profiled as a perpetrator right now of this incident? And I got even a better question. If y'all ain't gonna lock none of these other type of paid PDF files up, you know what I mean, from these other walks of life, then why the hell R. Kelly still doing time? Why the hell is R. Kelly still doing time? Y'all know I got to say every live stream. Free R. Kelly, free R. Kelly, free R. Kelly. Y'all could lock up some of them parents that was dropping them kids off knowingly. But free R. Kelly, man. The black love in the community ain't been the same since R. Kelly, man. You know what I'm saying? Free Kelly. If Trump's still free and all these other people still free and all these other victims still crying for justice, then why y'all do free Kelly? Free R. Kelly. I'm on my free R. Kelly-ish. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't locking nobody else up. Huh? Huh? Kelly rap sheet don't look like the Epstein files. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I ain't hear about Kelly doing all of that now. Kelly probably delivered some golden showers to some people. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't do the things that we reading about in the Epstein files. Free Kelly. If anybody else gonna do time, damn it, y'all let R. Kelly go. Real talk. And I hope one of these videos make it to R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Free that brother. Use the Epstein files in your appeal, R. Kelly. Use the Epstein files in your appeals, R. Kelly. Real talk. Let that brother go. Y'all ain't locking nobody else up. Why y'all locking him up? Is it because he's black? I had to say that. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all locking him up? Because he black? Y'all let everybody else go. Even Trump pastor, Trump religious leader got locked up for the same thing. Presidential pardon. And he didn't get as much time as R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Bishop Eddie Long got as much time before he died as R. Kelly. I'm just saying. Y'all need to let Kelly go. Cause this Epstein thing is bigger than Kelly. I'm just saying. These Epstein files and what they did to these children and all these stories coming out, you know what I'm saying? And these islands and all this stuff. No, that thing is bigger than anything Kelly ever did. Kelly just said step, side to side, round and round, hit the ground, separate, bring it back. Let me see you do the love slide. That's all I heard Kelly say. You know what I'm saying? That's all I heard Kelly say. Kelly was on his hey Mr. DJ type thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, boy, Trump and Epstein and the rest of y'all PDFs in Congress and Senate in the House, celebrities, athletes, all y'all, boy, if hell do exist, if hell does exist, there is a roasting seat reserved for you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Keep messing with these children. And y'all got R. Kelly locked up. Then got the nerves to go. Megyn Kelly goes on the news and says that Trump does not mess with little kids. At least he prefers almost grown children. These are almost grown individuals. Almost grown still means a minor. It still means it's wrong. It still means that you should be a registered S offender. You know what I mean? Thank you for that on TikTok. Can we put JH in the chat over here, please? I like to recognize when people give and donate to the platforms. You know what I'm saying? Can we put JH over here? But it might as well be the same thing. Same thing, y'all. It's something's not right. Something's not right. A be the truth. A be the truth. Hey, I've been following you. A be the truth is the truth too. If that's the same A be the truth, I'm honored. I'm honored because I was just looking at some of your work. But man, it's like, at what point does this world show everyone that we're equal? At what point is it about right and wrong rather than colorization or the left versus the right? Or man, we talking about this supposed to be a Christian nation? What exactly does a Christian stand for? Because the things that I see going on, I don't think, I mean, based on what I've heard, I'm not a religious person, but I don't think Christians would do that type of stuff. I'm just saying. I'm just hey, I'm just saying. I think kids should be safe. You know what I'm saying? Kids should be like off limits. You know what I'm saying? Like we growing up, we be playing, you be like, no, that's out of bounds. Yeah, kids should be like out of bounds. You know what I mean? For real. Kids should be out of bounds, especially with stuff like that, man. That takes a special kind of stupid. You know what I mean? That takes a special kind of stupid. And y'all got Kelly locked up like he the worst person in the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Maxwell locked up. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that. I don't think she locked up. I don't think she locked up. I think all them people free somewhere on an island somewhere. I just don't believe that Ghislaine Maxwell chick, Danielle Terry. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe she locked up. I don't believe she's locked up. What's good? AB the truth. What's good? I don't believe none of these people are locked up, man. I don't believe none of them are locked up. None of them. None of them. For all we know, allegedly, Jeffrey Epstein could still be alive too. You know, any more kids still coming up missing? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, he probably took Nancy Guthrie. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Hey, who knows? Who knows? But back to the talking points, though. You're not going. I'm just saying, you're not gonna let somebody who look like us get this close to the president and to have the mindset. Yeah, they're still doing the same thing. To have the mindset that you can even remotely come close. Do you know how many Secret Servicemen are around? Do you know? I want to ask a question. Now, I ain't asked this question since Dylan Roof. All right. We heard about what happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Now, I have not asked this question since the Dylan Roof incident, but I want to know. I want to know, how is he still alive? I want to know how Dylan Roof was taking to Burger King. And I want to know how this brother, or whatever he is, this brother perpetrator, you know what I'm saying, the clone of a brother, you know what I mean? I want to know how he's still alive. You mean to tell me little Tamir Rice can't play with a toy pew pew in a park? He gone within 11 seconds after the police pull up, and this brother walk in a White House correspondence meeting with all the Secret Service, with all the big GUNs, and he's alive? He's alive? But Breonna Taylor gone though. But this guy lives? Oh, damn. I get it. So are we seeing reform? Are we seeing that Black Lives Matter? I'm just saying. I don't understand how he lived. If that was me doing something stupid like that, I'm not expecting to live. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting to live. First off, I would never do anything stupid like that. I've done my fair share of stupid. Now I'm just stupid on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just stupid on the internet. I've retired. I'm a retired thug. I'm a retired thug. Any jail cell can hold me because I ain't going to jail. I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going. I ain't going. I just this just makes no sense to me. They got to stop lying to the people. And we got another pastor to talk about too. If you follow me on YouTube, y'all know I've been following Pastor Brian Carnes, right? Brian Carnes, the same pastor who told a young lady to sell her house to pay her tithes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, we know that he was in some trouble with the federal government, the IRS or something of that nature. And he ain't get all squeaky clean. I'm just saying, Jesus didn't come save him. I'm just saying. I know that man was up for plenty of nights praying. Jesus. Y'all know what they do. Jesus. Yeah, y'all know what they do. But I don't think Jesus saved them. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how you take it. We'll get to that story.
It is now a completely different situation, at least potentially. Completely different. And it may have been friendly fire. Specifically, a Secret Service officer shot, who then drew his weapon and fired multiple times. May have been shot.
Okay, moderators, if we will, on TikTok, let's just remove comments. We're not even gonna time anybody out. Let's just remove comments. Let's just remove comments for now and see how that works. But I appreciate that, J Dub. I appreciate you getting the ignorance out of here. Y'all know they real ignorant. Get them on out of here. Get them on out of here. If they real ignorant, get them on out of here. I fully support that.
By another officer. And this goes back to this entire the best defense is good guys with guns. And it's all better and it's all clearer and it's all more organized and everybody is safer. And it appears as though the injury that took place may have been the result of friendly fire from good guys with guns. Now, everybody is saying we don't yet totally know, but it is a dramatic change from the original story. And to be frank,
AB, you know I got to read it. I hope I don't get in trouble for this. AB, hold on. I got to figure out how to make you a moderator too, man. I got to figure out how to make you a moderator, homie. I got to figure out how to make you a moderator. I got to figure it out, my man. I don't know TikTok like that. I don't know, man. Somebody tell me. How do you make... Hold on. Let me see if I can stumble across it right here. Oh, there it is. I stumbled across it. There it is. I think I figured it out. Yeah, I think I figured it out. Okay, but AB the Truth Teller says, this has been an ongoing thing for the non-black man in a place of power since they began colonizing. And I would say I agree. I would say I definitely agree. I would say I definitely agree. All right? Definitely. Definitely agree. All right.
this explains a lot more than the original story. Given the growing perception of incompetence and these breakdowns within the Secret Service, it almost makes more sense that there could have been confusion and officers firing at each other, police and Secret Service misidentifying one another. That makes more sense in a way than the shooter deciding to randomly fire in a lobby nowhere near the President of the United States. If the real story here is confusion and friendly fire, that is a different kind of failure than the one we were first told about. There were failures here regardless. And this leads us now to a broader conversation about Secret Service.
I gifted my husband the.
Have y'all noticed it's always about Secret Service or your security? Again, I got to go back to Charlie Kirk. Allegedly, we saw a little mysterious behavior out of his security team in the back. We saw the guy with the recording glasses. He clicked them on. We saw all type of hand signals and the touching of the nose, and we saw what we saw. Now, there ain't too much I can say because they don't like how I say when I be saying it. So I hope y'all know what I'm saying. All right? I'm tired of being penalized. I'm tired of being penalized. I never claimed to be Jesus. I'm not taking on everybody's sins. I'm tired of getting beat. I just want to get my message out on YouTube and TikTok and get my money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no more persecution. I don't know how Jesus did it. I don't know how Jesus did it. You know what I mean? I don't know how he did it. I'm tired of persecution. I just want to make my money. I just want to get subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me live. Let me be great. That's all I'm saying. Let me be great. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Let's move into this pastor. Let's move to this pastor, y'all.
Offense. Carnes filed another
Okay.
false tax return. like, are you like?
Now, we all know a church is a non-profit organization. At least it's supposed to be. So why are you filing false, fraudulent tax returns as a pastor? All right, this is All Things Theology, y'all. On YouTube, y'all go subscribe to that brother. Fair use, educational purposes, literary purposes, all of that good stuff. All right, don't beat me down, TikTok. Don't beat me down. TikTok is a bully. Don't beat me down, TikTok. They everything's so sensitive on TikTok. Boy, TikTok is like a nice woman. It's just sensitive. Got to watch what you say. You know what I mean? The Mormons had Giving Life. What's up? The Mormons had Kurt taken out. I think is real. You know, when things is real, we ought to believe what we see. I think something I had to do with things just being as real as it was had something to do with, the whole Charlie Kirk thing. You know, because it was just so real. You know, when it's real, it's real. You know, it's really real when it's real.
Started talking about this memorandum that came out, and it started to. Sorry, hold on. They started discussing some of the issues regarding his sentencing, and notice what it said. We talked about this about 3 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago at this point, about him pleading guilty. And there's a part where I want to read. The parties agree that Carnes' sentencing guidelines range is to 18 to 24 months. So he actually got off in comparison to what they were wanting or first believing that he was being sentenced to.
Well, he got off good. I guess God did show up. He praising God. He could have had 18 months. He came out with 9 months in prison. But why is a pastor in prison? Huh? Why is a pastor in prison? Now when that young lady sell her house, how she supposed to bring you back the tithes? That's right. He told her to sell her house and come see him and pay her tithes. That's right. He did. This is a church. A church. Okay, I meant cult. I meant cult. You know what I mean? You got to do 9 months in prison. What pastor is out here breaking the 10 commandments? Now you're breaking the law. You got to practice what you preach. What do you mean? Thou shalt not steal. You stole how much? Huh? Y'all got to wake up from this. You know exactly what I'm saying. I said on my platforms a lot. Y'all better put this Christian lie behind you. Now, people gonna be offended, get all in your feelings. I don't care. I care more for the truth, man. Y'all gonna keep turning the other cheek and believing these people? Sometimes your own people using you too for the hustle. And these pastors are using you. These pastors are using you. So think about it. They say you can save 10% if you switch to Geico. You can also save 10% if you stop going to church, giving your hard-earned money to this lying man who's out here about headed to prison anyways. So y'all know the pastors even making babies in the church. You know what I mean? They getting money out of the church. They car always gonna look better than yours. They own 3, 4 properties, maybe an Airbnb, and all of their stuff are paid off. All of their kids are better than yours successfully, you know what I'm saying? Because you've been paying to get all of their kids through school. I mean, think about all of this stuff, man, with these pastors. A pastor is headed to prison, not for touching a child, but for taking money from God's people. Tell me God won't do it. Tell me the Most High won't do it. Huh? Tell me the true Most High won't do it, y'all. Huh? Yeah, watch this. Watch this.
Notice it says the United States requests that the court impose an 18-month sentence because it is necessary to deter others from committing the same crime and to discourage this defendant from reoffending. It is the court's belief that Carnes, if not imprisoned, would continue to do this. What is their evidence? In fact, Carnes appears to have already reoffended. We talked about this. After pleading guilty to the tax offense, Carnes filed another false tax return.
Did y'all hear this? Y'all look up Pastor Brian Carnes. Look up Pastor Brian Carnes. Don't do it now. Please do it right now. So, you're a reoffender. You've already basically pled out to one offense of filing false taxes. Then you go back and you do it again. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my, cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bills, y'all. That's all these pastors see, man. Y'all, we got to stop funding this type of behavior, y'all. You don't need to pay somebody for your own personal relationship. You know what I'm saying? With your God of your understanding. You don't have to get somebody else rich, man. Look at it, everybody's money is tied up into this, but they're not getting that money back. They got you believing you can buy salvation, you can buy a blessing, you can buy a miracle, you can buy your way into heaven, you can buy your way out of hell. We're watching the same stuff go on in our government right now with the Epstein files. Everybody's buying their way out of persecution. Everybody's buying their way out of charges. But yet, Christian though, right? Christian though, right? Jesus though, right? God, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. That's why if you're a part of the FBA and the conscious community, you have to see this for the BS that it is, man. You have to see it for the BS that it is, man. That's just a game. They want you to fear. They're playing off of your fear. They don't ever want you to doubt. It's never about the messenger. It's always about the message. Look at the message they're sending you. Look at the message they're sending you. They're playing on your faith-based belief system, man. They're hustling you. They know you already doing bad. You're showing up because you're hopeful, because you need you need that extra push. You need to feel validated. You need to feel love. You need to feel important. You need to feel encouraged. That's why you're showing up to church. And you're pouring your heart out. And you really mean this. And you change the way you live. But your pastor never changes the way he lives. And he prays off of you. And what are you going to do? Go find another church. You're going to keep putting yourself right back in the same situation you just got delivered out of, instead of learning that these people are playing on your fear. They have branded the name of God. The title of God is no different from a pair of sneakers that says Jordans. That's what it is. That's what it is. Retired D-boys from the block, y'all. They tired of slanging and going to jail, so now they in the pulpit. You know what I mean? And they were good womanizers too. They used to always get the women, so they got the gift of gab behind the pulpit. You know what I'm saying? They got the gift of gab. So what I'm telling y'all is you should always, always, always pay attention to your presidents, the politicians. I got to say it. You know what I'm saying? The bad people. The bad people, y'all. The bad white people. Not the good white folks. Pay attention to the bad white people, bad black people, not the good black folks, good white folks. Good folks, you can trust good folks. You know what I'm saying? It's all about content and character. Other people have agendas and keep things stirred up. Keep things stirred up. You have to keep your eye on those type of people, because those type of people will keep you in some man. Them type of people would keep you in some They always got some type of drama stirred up and then expect you to roll with it. No, man. So I'm telling everyone, start doing your homework. I know the Bible says not to doubt. It's a reason they don't want you to doubt. Because if you start doubting and you start researching, you just may stumble across the truth. You just may stumble across the truth. I've revealed lots of things on my YouTube platform. I haven't gotten as deep on TikTok as I've gotten on my YouTube platform. So YouTube and the Mod Tribe, y'all know. The tribe knows. But I want y'all to be encouraged, because that same Bible also says, study to show thyself approval. Sometimes that means you have to put that Bible down and study outside of that Bible to show thyself approval. Reference things. Look at the origin of. Look at the history of.
Like, are you like? It's one thing to steal. It's another thing to steal when you just got out of jail for it and you know they're watching you. Like, it's crazy. In January 2025, just days after his
Oh, he did that because he was trying to get his commissary money up. He already got in trouble once. He knew it was going to be some repercussions. That brother was hustling for commissary money. I got time to do. Congregation, I need y'all to give. I'm going to need the honey buns. I'm going to need the stamps. I'm going to need the coffee. I'm going to need the ramen noodles. You know what I'm saying? Congregation, I need to eat. I need the cheese crackers and peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? I got to do a little time, congregation. I need y'all to give effortlessly today. I need y'all to give. Amen. In the name of God, I need y'all to give. Pastor got to eat. Pastor got to go do about 9 months in prison. Y'all I got to go lay it down. Amen. Y'all support your man of God. Y'all know this is just a trying time. Y'all know that we all got to suffer for God's name. We all got to suffer. They did it to Jesus. They'll do it to me too. Y'all, I should open a church, because that's everything these black pastors to tell you. And the sad part is, some dumbass in the congregation still gonna give. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You can't even make it make sense. You can't even make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Uncut, you're putting too much overtime on this Friday morning, brother. Keep talking that truth. Hey, it is what it is, man. Them are all the talking points they're gonna give you. If they did it to Jesus, they'll do it to me too. I'll suffer in the name of Jesus. I'll suffer. They're gonna have every talking point to make you. We watched Bishop Eddie Long do it. We watched Bishop, and he was guilty. Guilty. We watching Donald Trump do it right now, and he's guilty. I'm just saying, he's guilty. T.D. Jakes, well, allegedly, that's another one. That's another one. That's another one. Yeah. Giving Life says, I've been in T.D. Jakes' compound, aka his church. He stole so much money from them people to put into that church. It's a shame. That's what they do. You tell me why you need a mega church. Because you trying to make mega money? You don't you spend mega money on Mega Millions? You understand what I'm saying? So the bigger the church, the more people, the more money, the more pockets. Real talk, it's all about money. It's all about money. It's all about money. Why do y'all think pastors tell y'all make sure y'all invite a family or a friend next Sunday? Why do you think they opening the doors to the church 3, 4, 5 times a week now? Why do y'all think they have conventions and revivals? They raising money. They probably got to pay off their kids' tuition. The wife at home, baby, I don't know what we gonna do about this tuition we got to pay for whoever over here, one of our babies. Oh, don't worry, baby, we'll just have a women's convention. They know the man ain't gonna give. We'll have a women's convention. We're gonna have a week-long women's convention, and at the end of this women's convention, we should have all the money we need to pay off your E-Class, you know what I'm saying, Mercedes-Benz, and our baby's tuition. Yeah. Meanwhile, y'all still broke, wondering how you gonna get your baby into college, and wondering how you're gonna afford her first car, because she deserves one. She's making good grades, staying focused. But you struggling. Pastor ain't struggling. Pastor need commissary money, open a church. Pastor need tuition money for his children, open a church. Pastor wife want that new Chanel, that new Prada, that new whatever, open a church. You know what I mean? It's the hustle. It's a hustle. It's the hustle. I'ma open a church. Yeah. And y'all better not let that pastor preach while he incarcerated either. Don't let him preach while he's incarcerated. Better not. Coffee cups. I appreciate that, coffee cups. How we doing this morning? You know what I mean? Let's put coffee cup CC in the chat, y'all, on YouTube. But y'all better not let this pastor preach. If y'all ain't letting R. Kelly sing while he locked up, if R. Kelly can't put out no albums like T.I. did, you know what I'm saying? If R. Kelly can't put out no albums while he locked up like T.I. did, y'all better not let this pastor preach while he locked up. Don't let this pastor preach. Nope. They're going to send him to a special prison too. You know what I'm saying? They want him to rally the troops. They're going to use him like they used Nat Turner back in the days when Nat Turner realized what was going on. They're going to have this brother preaching to all the inmates how to be a good, obedient inmate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what they go. Thou shalt not have contraband. Thou shalt not master roster count. You know what I'm saying? Thou shalt have thy bunk made. You know what I'm saying? Thou shalt not shank. I'm just saying. He gonna be, no, he better not be allowed to preach. I appreciate that, coffee cups. Thank you. It's rough out here, ain't it? It's rough out here trying on these YouTube streets. Can't really make no money on these YouTube streets. Coffee cups, can you put the cash out there for me? $ Mr. Uncut Consciousness. $ Mr. Uncut Consciousness, please. $ Mr. Uncut Consciousness. But yeah, that's how it is out here, man. Y'all think it's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard out here for a line pastor too. Now, whatever God they serve, I just know the real God is like really getting these fake pastors off the streets, y'all. So I don't know what God they preaching to y'all about, because that's the same God y'all serving. The same God that's got this man doing this with y'all tithing money and y'all offering money. That's the same God he teaching y'all about. And you wonder why you're showing up every Sunday needing the same. You need salvation. You need prayer. You need peace. You wonder why? You're tampering with spirits. You're possessed at this point. That's the book of the dead. How you gonna say don't practice sorcery, hoodoo and voodoo and all of that stuff and read horoscopes, but you calling on a dead man, you calling on the spirit, you praying, you do communion, you do baptism. Aren't those rituals? Isn't it sorcery? You know, communion alone is teaching you what? Cannibalism. Where have we seen that before? That's exactly what communion is showing you. Where have we seen that before? I just want to know. I had a pastor tell me one time I had to cut my hair in order for me to come to his church. You mean to tell me I got to act like I'm enrolling for the United States military, or I'm a judge, or a police, or a fireman, or whatever, and I got to cut my hair to come in this building? Man, listen. Hey, close the door, lock the doors. What Marvin Sapp said? Lock ushers, lock the doors. Lock the doors, because you ain't got to worry about me coming in here. I ain't cutting my hair to belong to y'all cult. When right there Samson grew his hair back to get his strength. No. I know y'all have always had a problem with our hair. That's why you've had to pass that crown rule. The Crown Act. We know y'all didn't like braids, y'all didn't like locks, y'all don't like nothing. Y'all just want us looking like we institutionalized. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's these pastors, man. And did y'all see that Sap was wearing red bottoms at his wedding, and his wife flew in a helicopter? A pastor, y'all, a pastor, a pastor. Everybody know Reverend Al Sharpton. What church he go to? The same church Jesus went to, not A1. You know what I'm saying? What's up, FBA Convo? Not A1. So I believe that we all share our man, I believe we just got God inside of us, man. We ain't got the trust in these lying human beings. I believe we all have the Most High inside of us. No matter what you believe, you have the ability to know right from wrong. If this man really had the conviction of God upon him, you think he would have did this on his taxes and mismanaged this type of money? I appreciate that FBA convo. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, brother. But we got to learn to lead by example and call a spade sometimes. You know what I mean? You can have your own personal relationship with your own personal God of your understanding. But you got to be careful what people got you around here endeavoring in, because they're using you. It's like the story of Robin Hood. You know what I'm saying? But it's the poor taken from the rich this time. And these poor guys, no, it's the poor taken from the poor. Definition of a poor hustler. I misspoke. Now, this is the definition of a poor hustler. A poor black pastor that comes from nothing, hustling poor black people that also comes from nothing. That don't sound too godly to me, but let's get into it. Let's get back into this. Let me rewind this. We're talking about Pastor Brian Carnes, y'all. Pastor Brian Carnes.
Pleading guilty to the tax offense, Carnes filed another false tax return. Are you like? It's one thing to steal. It's another thing to steal when you just got out of jail for it and you know they're watching you. Like, it's crazy. In January 2025, just days after his guilty plea, Carnes filed another false tax return that substantially underreported his income. Substantially, guys. I mean, it'd be like he was saying he was making like 17,000 and he was making like millions. You can't do that. That's called a federal.
This man said he was making $17,000 a year. And it turns out that he was actually making around 1.2 million. And y'all believe these pastors? They stand up here doing their little happy dance and they got their little tone they speak in and they look the part and they wiping the sweat from their heads and they know how to control the crowd. But you lying like that? Why does a pastor need millions of dollars? Why does a pastor need a private jet? Why does a pastor have to live in a mansion? Please tell me. And then they'll tell you, God been good to me. God been favorable to me. No, you've been lying and hustling the people and God gonna get you. You've been lying and hustling the people and God gonna get you. These old slick talkers, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, why is the pastor in a Maybach? Exactly. Drewski nailed it on that skit. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not attacking nobody's faith. That ain't what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Right now we're talking about the leadership of these pastors. The leadership of these pastors. It's not even about color. It's about a repeated behavior, so to speak. A repeated pattern.
Crime. But we're going to talk more about this because right after it just broke. I was looking online, trying to search for information. I found a video of a lawyer, I believe, who was out there. She was giving a kind of right out of the courtroom scene of what just happened. And we're going to take a look into this video. So let me get everything set up here. And we're going to just like observe what's happening. I haven't watched this video. I've watched kind of little bits of skipping around. But let's kind of see in full detail what's happening.
Here at the, what is the Central District? Where we at? That's co-counsel today. We have co-counsel Danielle, who came to court with me so that we can cover Prophet Brian Carnes' sentencing. Come on in and come on in, hit the like button on the way in. We have the breaking news and the live coverage as to Brian Carnes' sentencing. Good morning. If you guys are in my membership, you already know what's up. I already told you in the member.
Did they just say Bishop Brian Carnes sentencing? I'm going to show y'all how this works, man. We've got to slow this thing down. Let's slow this down. Bishop Brian Carnes sentencing. We said it like there's nothing wrong with it. Bishop Brian Carnes sentencing. A, how is he still a bishop? Like B, how is President Trump still a president and he's a felon too? How is he still a bishop with these type of felonies? Well, we can understand you can still be a minister. You know, you can change your life. You can be delivered. But how is Trump still president? Explain that. Explain that. And if he's still president, why are y'all applications still asking, have you ever been convicted of a felony? I just want to know. I got questions, man. I got questions. And I don't mind asking. Maybe somebody can educate me. Why are we still asking if you've been convicted of a crime on applications? Huh? I just want to know. I just want to know. I just really want to know. You know, somebody tell me something. Somebody tell me something. Now, this is a Bishop Brian Carnes sentencing. And he's a repeat offender. President Trump, and nobody has been more of a repeated offender than him. I think President Trump probably been more charged more times than Tukey Wilson. Tukey Williams, whatever the brother name was out of Cali. I mean, God dog. I think Trump might have more less charges than what Jeffrey Dahmer had, y'all. You know, I've heard like 90-something counts. Like 90. This is Trump, boy. Listen, Trump got some allegations out there now. Trump got some allegations out there.
Membership has its perks and privileges. But Brian Carnes he will be going to prison. He has been sentenced to 9 months. He does not have to immediately be remanded. He's going to self-surrender in approximately 45 days. He does have to pay restitution.
With base 44, a simple sentence becomes your website.
So
wait,
we see this lady who was there on the scene.
Wait. He's going to turn himself in 45 days. He does have to pay restitution. They giving him 45 days to open the church, fill the church, and pull a Marvin Sapp. Ushers, close the doors. Church, I got to pay restitution. You know, church, I'm going to need commissary. Church, if you've ever believed in your pastor and you believed in the persecution of Jesus, church, say amen. Somebody say hallelujah, okay? I will suffer for the name and the sake of the Father. I will suffer, but I don't want to suffer and be hungry, church. We need to raise some money. We need to raise some money, church. We need to raise some money now more than ever, church. Now more than ever, church. I got to go on a 9-month sabbatical, church. A 9-month sabbatical, okay? I got to go. I need y'all to hold me down, church. I need y'all to hold me down. Church, instead of taking up one offering per service, we're going to be taking up about 4 or 5, church. We're going to be taking about 4 or 5. Now, this one's going to be pastor appreciation. This one's going to be pastor's commissary. This is going to be pastor's hygiene products, pastor's restitution. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got to get this right, church. Now, church, we all are a community, and God and the Bible tells us to stick together and love each other and help heal each other in one another's times of needs, church. Now, see, they gonna put that bread and butter on it, y'all. And he gonna get that money. He got 45 days. He gonna get that money. Huh? Pastor gonna be getting nude pictures mailed in. I'm telling you. He gonna be the only pastor in the prison allowed to get nude flicks. I'm telling you. I can see him now opening his mail, looking at them flicks. I say, amen. Sister, amen. God bless you. Amen. I can see it now.
Reporting that a few things. He got 9 months in prison. He's going to prison. We're actually going to see a little bit later why this is actually important, because they were prophet lying all week, all month long that this man was not going to do jail time, any prison. We're going to get to that in a second. But he got 9 months in prison.
That's right. That girl Karina in the house. Thank you. Don't forget about the pastor anniversary and birthday. That is so right. That's so right. Y'all know the first lady gonna throw hers in. First lady need her some new bundles. She been rocking the same lace front, the same weave for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? She need her some new bundles. She need her nails done. It's this new bag that came out. Something. You know what I'm saying? She gonna get her hustle on too. Just she gonna hustle through him.
He has restitution he has to pay back. Okay.
Hey, y'all know it. Do y'all know what these pastors say to their families before all of them leave their house and go to the church to put on for the congregation? Y'all remember that song that was going around on social media? Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. Y'all remember that, though? Yeah. They ain't saying, Father, we gather in front of you today, Father, before we depart our home into our vessels to travel to your temple, Father, to give your message, Father. We pray, Father, that today we change somebody's lives and somebody seeks salvation. Father, that somebody just gives their hearts and their ways to you, Father, that they trust you, Father, that they realize, Father, that everything that they're going through is their own self-inflicted turmoil, Father, but you, Father, can make it better. No. It's not one of those type of prayers. Nah, they in there like, go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. Hey, let's go.
Thirdly, he has 45 days to turn himself in. Right, that's pretty typical that this would be happening in any kind of crime like this. You see this happen from time to time, where people have to turn themselves in a certain amount of time, get their affairs in orders, kiss their loved ones, preach one last hurrah sermon. I guess I know Sunday is gonna be crazy, y'all.
Pastor, Bishop, Felon Brian Carnes. We got to give him the whole title, y'all. Got to give him the whole title. You know what I'm saying? We can't just do it to Donald Trump and not do it to him too now. This is all I'm saying. Not only should you be getting your money up while you locked up, but boy, you better be tearing the first lady up every chance you get. Cause that duh ain't in prison, homie. You know what I'm saying? They might look like women in there, but them ain't women. You know what I'm saying? You better wax on, wax off for the next 9. Boy, you better get it in. You got 45 days, boy. You better get it in. You better be in there working the first lady, boy. Yeah. You better be in there working her. She got a debt to pay too. You better get them reparations from her while you can. They're going to be 9 long months, and them is not real women in there. I'm trying to tell you, Pastor. Now you going up preaching about Sodom and Gomorrah, you want to. Let's see if you don't get Jeffrey Epstein. Hey, I'm just saying. I want to see Pastor go into prison for 9 months and preach Sodom and Gomorrah. I just want to see it happen. Y'all know I'm stupid. Y'all know I'm stupid. I want to see Pastor go in there and preach on Sodom and Gomorrah. Let's see what happens. Oh man, let's see what happens, boy. Hey, Pastor better sleep with got doggone boy. Hey boy, you better cover it up, boy. Don't drop the soap. In the name of Jesus, don't drop the soap. Y'all know I'm stupid. All right, let's go, man. Let's go, boy. You better be working the first lady, boy. You better be jugging, boy. Hey, first lady got one job for the next 45 days, boy. Hey, come here. We got to, hey, I got to go lay down. Before I go lay down, I need you to go lay down right now. I'm coming. I'm coming, literally. Hey, boy, you better get it in, Pastor. I'm telling you. It might look real enough. It ain't real, Pastor. Please don't come out, Pastor. You got a whole nother title. Pastor, don't come. What they call them? When TD Jake's thing was going around, what they called them? A power bottom. Pastor, don't come out a power bottom. Pastor, do not, please, Pastor, don't come out now. You going in the felon. You know what I'm saying? And you're going in for telling lies in the name of God. You know, amen. But please, don't come out a power bottom, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't come out a power bottom, because we're not going to turn the other cheek. And you better not turn the other cheek while you're doing those 9 months. I'm just saying. Do not turn the other cheek, Pastor Brian Carnes, while you're doing those 9 months. Don't turn no cheeks. I'm doing the best I can, given what TikTok give me to work with, y'all. Y'all know TikTok sensitive, man.
It's gonna be crazy, y'all. It's gonna be wild, but we'll be watching. He got, yeah, some of y'all saying in the chat he got off easy. I think a little bit. Let's hear more of what she has to say.
And it's a lot that was going on in that. It was a lot going on. So
tell us about it.
Say hi. Hey.
Say hi, y'all.
And so, yeah,
This is a great question. Carn can tell you how much thousands of dollars you need to sow to be blessed, but he couldn't see his own imprisonment coming. Now watch the narrative change, because the whole
that is a great concept. We're gonna address that. Hold on. We're gonna address that. Y'all know I'm stupid. You mean to tell me these pastor, fake bishop, prophets can tell y'all, oh, if you sow a seed of this much right now today, God just told me that that new job you looking for, it's yours. Your mortgage is gonna be paid off. That business you wanted to start, you can start it right now. God said do this. God said do that. He'll say he give you this right now if you give this much right now. And they have people believing in that. And y'all really be like, oh, Pastor Show was right. Oh, this happened. That happened. Blah, blah, blah. This pastor didn't see that eventually he's going to get caught up for lying, for stealing. He couldn't see that. He couldn't prophesize that. What type of prophecy is, what type of, come on, fake, fake, like most pastors, fake, phony, tell you what you want to hear, play your emotional intelligence, fake. A lot of these pastors can't be trusted, man. You better watch them around your kids and watch them around your money. Real talk. Watch them around your mental too. Because these pastors will play on your mental.
Narrative before the trial was, oh, Carn, our leader, is going to be no jail time is going to be a miracle. Watch the narrative change to sometimes godly people got to go through some stuff. Watch the narrative change. Watch.
What did I tell y'all? What did I say? What did I say? Didn't I tell y'all? That's how they switch it up. And they are crazy as hell to believe that lie. I'm with you. I told y'all. That's how they'll sweet talk the situation. I hadn't listened to this. Right hand to the man. I just know how it works. My father was a minister. I know how it works. All right. Check out the new restrictions placed on exports to the USA from Canada after Trump's insults to Carnes at a G7 conference phone call to work on a trade agreement. He always getting us into something, man. We don't need no more restrictions on nothing. Price of this gas is crazy, man. I just paid $45 yesterday for 11.2 gallons worth of gas, man. That's crazy. All right. What up, man? It's been a minute since I caught you live. I got a question I've been wanting to get answered. I think you might be the guy. America can no longer ship dairy products to Canada at all. All of the major dairy states have dairy process plant closures. How about the 7 million gallons of milk already dumped into a river system? Wow. Wow. Wow.
I'm not a prophet, y'all. Hold on. I'm not a prophet.
Prophesy.
But watch the whole narrative change. Guys, we can all see this. You don't have to be a prophet to know what's literally about to be said Sunday. I mean, they're going to be crying and, right? It's just sometimes, Apostle Paul was in jail, right? Yeah, for preaching the gospel.
And Ty, we in this at the same time. We'll go over there with him in a minute. But yeah, guys, it's we got so much to discuss. When I say I did not think that this was going to be anything that I really went to, give information on, it was just a very interesting experience. I'm gonna say that.
Tell us about it, Pam.
Smart founders know something most people miss. Get your domain name even if you're not ready to launch your business. With
Very, very interesting experience.
Maybe I could reach out to Pam. Let me say this. Would y'all be interested in me having her on and kind of getting a firsthand experience of what happened? Maybe we can do that Monday. Let's put a 1 in the chat if you want to see that. Let's see if we can get Pam on.
It was these members. It was just a lot going on, honey. I thought David E. Taylor people was that.
What?
I got to tell you about the lady.
Hold on, but what?
David E. Taylor was another one, y'all. Pastor David Taylor was another one. What is it? JMMI? Pastor David Taylor was another one, y'all. Man, Pastor David Taylor was another one. That brother took his downfall too. These pastors doing all of this and they're preaching about God. But when they get in trouble, why ain't this same God protecting them? Why isn't this same Jesus saving them? I just want to know. If they really believe half of the stuff they was teaching y'all and taking y'all money for on Sundays, then we wouldn't be hearing all these stories about all these pastors getting into trouble right now. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Playbook, what are you trying to ask me? Normally, I take super chats, homie, to answer questions and do all of that. I don't work for free, my man. But, you know what I'm saying? What do you want to ask me?
She said they was going crazy in there? Hold on.
How dare you?
She said they were going crazier than David E. Taylor's people because they were out. David E. Taylor people, they were going crazy out. But I'll tell you what, the IRS ain't playing with these pastors, are they? Yeah. Hold on. Let's see what you got to say.
Try and keep me up off the court.
if it's a non-profit organization, how are they getting in trouble with the IRS? What's going on? How are they getting in trouble with the IRS if this is all non-profit? If a church doesn't have to pay taxes, somebody break that down, please. Somebody educate me on that one. How does that work?
Courtroom. It was just a lot going on, okay? Lady, the Detroit come out of me real quick. I said, what is going on here? Like,
Pam, let me find out.
Get your hands off me!
Let me find out, Pam.
who do you guys think you're talking to?
You're right.
But yeah, that's gonna be a whole different situation. For though his reaction, he kind of just was somber. I think he prepared, when he was up there. I think that the people that gave character, not even the statements, I would say like his father who talked very brief, but it was impactful. I think that,
these people are part of the problem because this man, Carnes, even 2 days ago was scamming people. We're going to play that again. We're going to play that after she gets done. Even 2 days ago, he's scamming people, telling them to give their last dollar to him. This man ain't learned. He's playing a part in the courtroom. In the court, you crying. I mean, David Taylor, all these guys know how to do the court. I'm so sorry.
All right, Playbook. Let me address your question. And I'm actually do this from the heart. Because y'all not putting no money, no nothing on my screen. A lot of y'all don't even hit the like button. Here's how we're going to do this, Playbook. I don't care about what would happen if Black Israelites, Black American Christians, and American Moors got into the same room together. And you shouldn't care about what I align with and what I believe, even though you know it's obviously not Christianity. My business is my business. My life and my truth is my life and my truth. Just like your life and your truth is your business. So you shouldn't be interested in what I believe. Believe what you believe. And stay there. Rock with that. Stay in your lane. Mind your business. This world too much expects everybody to be just like everyone else when there's absolutely nothing wrong with being different. I think free, I live free. Can't nobody tell me what to believe. And can't nobody push their beliefs on me. I believe in being a good person. I believe in putting out good energy. I believe you don't need to believe in a lie to be a good person. I believe in nature. I believe in spirituality. I don't believe in religion. I believe in spirituality. I believe that the real problem are people. That's what I believe. The real problem are people. People expecting other people, just because this nation pushes Christianity, so what? So what? Dare to be different. Dare to be different. I don't care. All of those stuff, everything you just named is a form of religion, organized religion, which means a lot of it is plagiarized and a lot of it is put in place to divide and conquer people anyways. So I subscribe to none of it. I subscribe to just being an all-out good person. I do believe that there is a Most High, but they're not really going to tell us who that Most High is. You know what I mean? So, no, you believe what you want to believe. If you Jesus, that's your team. If you Allah, that's your team. If you the New York Knicks, that's your team. If you the Los Angeles Lakers, that's your team. You know what I mean? That's how that go. I don't care what a person believes. It don't matter to me. That's your business. Just like what you do in your bedroom don't matter to me. That's your business. It don't matter. People are too nosy. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate AB the Truth. Oh, you on 2 different platforms, huh? Hey, AB, thank you for that. Thank you for the $5 super chat over here. Brother AB came from TikTok to YouTube to save the day and put some funds in the brother pockets over here. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, man. AB the Truth Teller says, Brother Uncut, we appreciate your views and insight. I appreciate you too. Thank you for the $5 super chat. But that's how we should be, man. If you're just a good person, you're just a good person. You know what I mean? You're just a good person. It shouldn't be, oh, you're a good person because you're a Christian. You know what I'm saying? No. Not a good person because you're a Christian. Just be an all-around good person. So you need to believe in something to be a good person? You hear all of this these pastors are doing to these people. All the money they're taking away from you. And you're afraid to step out on your own faith to know that this could be a game. This could be a lie. This could be deceitful. This could be weaponized against you. This could be a hustle. This could be a mindset. This could be colonization. See, about 65 years ago, if not longer, you had on physical chains. Now you've been taught to put on mental chains. So you're creating mental limitations for yourself, not being able to think outside the box, think free and live free. But these pastors are doing what they want to do, but yet they're getting caught up. I remember when I think it was a hurricane or something that hit Galveston, Texas some years back. I remember when Pastor Joel Osteen came under fire because he wouldn't even open his church for something, and then part of his church ended up getting flooded or something, and everybody was like, "Yep, God don't like ugly." You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's how these people flip this stuff, man. That's what they do.
When they pull back, I told you the devil, I gave the devil a black eye. You know, they know how to act.
You're asking who inspires me? The truth inspires me. The truth inspires me. Sovereignty inspires me. Being courageous enough to stand out rather than fitting in is what inspires me. I just like the truth. Whether it's good or bad, hell, I'll tell the truth about myself. I just like the truth. See, when you tell people the truth, then you're allowing them to make the best informative decision for them. But when you hide the truth, you're manipulating the decision that they make, and you're coercing someone into believing something or going a route or believing in you when they shouldn't. So tell a person who you really are. You know what I mean? Show a person who you really are. Just tell the truth about it. If it happened, it happened. There's no circumventing, you can't go around it. You go through it. You go through it.
These guys are great actors.
And when he talked, like he did show, that he said, I did it. He said, fraud, I did that. Obstructed, did that. He said, guilty as charged. Went down everything he did. So he did take responsibility.
You know what?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't take responsibility. No, he didn't. No. See, these people are hypocrites. They'll mistake. So he did take responsibility. No. If he would have took responsibility the day after he did it, before being caught by police, IRS, or anybody, he would have took responsibility and came and told the church. Church, I did something last night or last week I probably shouldn't have did. I let the devil get the best of me, church. I hope I don't get caught for it, but here's what I did. That's taking responsibility. Or maybe contacting the IRS the moment you did it and letting them know, you did it, is taking accountability. No, you're only being responsible now because they know you did it. They have the proof. You can't do nothing but own up to it now. You would have kept lying and kept doing it had you not been caught. So no, you did not take responsibility. You did not. You did not.
he really wanted to take responsibility. Matter of fact, I got to do this now because I want to share my screen. You know what he would do? He would stay out that pulpit. Let me show you why. 1 Timothy 3 talks about it. It says it is a trustworthy saying. If anyone aspires to the office of an overseer, he desires a noble task. Guys, it's a good thing to be a pastor. It's a good thing to desire it. But an overseer must be above reproach. Let me see how many qualifications has Brian Carn been accused of. He's lacking in. Let's go through these. Let's see which ones he.
And that's my thing too. Now, I like this brother platform, but obviously he's a Christian. And do y'all see how he's judging and critiquing another guy right now? You know, even though Brian Carnes did wrong, now this brother is saying, let's see how many things that he's done that, you know, see, that's what I mean, man. Yeah, that's, if you're going to build somebody up, build them up. So why do y'all tear them down too? Nobody indicts anybody more than Christians. Nobody judges anyone more than Christians. Nobody are more hypocritical than Christians. Nobody contradict themselves more than Christians. Now look, this brother is about to go see everything he did wrong. He's not being too forgiving. And I like this brother. I listen to his content a lot. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. Lead by example. Now you're about to go exploit him and show why he should never have been a pastor to begin with. If that's the case, none of us should be trying to walk that holy walk. Don't that book say, for we all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God? Doesn't it? But I guess that's out the window too. It's hypocrites, man. Hypocrites. But let's go.
Does have, right? Husband of one wife.
Are you looking to sell your house as is without paying for costly repairs, inspections, or expensive realtor?
So
it says husband of one wife. And a Christian, and he's probably finna do it, is probably finna remake this and say that you have had to been married like one time and one time only. It says husband of one wife. You can only have one wife at a time, ladies and gentlemen. Common sense, people. Think, people. Now we're judging this man based off of what the Bible says. And he's first thing he said is a husband of one wife. Technically, if he was married, he was the husband of one wife. No matter how many times he's been married, he was still the husband of that one wife. Y'all have to see through this wordplay, man. Y'all got to see through this, man. Y'all got to see how they flip this stuff. Y'all got to see through this. Come on now. Come on now.
reminded, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not a drunkard, not violent but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. He must manage his own household well with all dignity, keeping his children submissive. For if someone does not know how to manage his own household, how will he care for God's church? He must not be a recent convert. Or he may become puffed up with conceit and fall into the temptation, condemnation of the devil. Moreover, he must be.
Playbook. By the way, I'm a YouTuber too. This is my ghost account. I don't know how we could collab because our content is so different, but I would love to do that somehow. Manage to get your face out there more. It's more likely my audience could benefit from you than the other way around. I'm careful with collaborations, and I know people come with agendas, but I don't see what we have to talk about if our content is so much different. I don't see what we have to talk about.
Thought of well by the outsiders, so that he may not fall into disgrace, into a snare of the devil. Guys, he doesn't even have that qualification. I mean, he might have one of those. One. I'll let you guys decipher. Right? But he does not even have, per this, he is not thought of well by the outsiders. Right? And so, yeah, there's much more that could be said. Let's keep going.
Here at the, what is the Central District?
Hold on, we went back.
His reaction, he kind of just immediately he will be able to self-surrender because he'll be at a low. I think that, even when he talked, like he did show, that he said, I did it. He said, fraud, I did that. Obstructed, did that. He said, guilty as charged, went down, he did. So he did take responsibility. Again, he will be doing 9 months in prison. He does not have to do that immediately. He will be able to self-surrender because he'll be at a low security facility. But again, like somebody's like, how did it go? I mean, it could have been worse. They were trying to ask for 18 months. I'm sure it's not what he wanted. He didn't want any prison, but
could have been worse.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Naj Cook. So yeah, you said he's lucky he only got 9 months. Well,
he's very lucky he's only got 9 months out of that. He's very lucky. You're gonna lie on your tax forms, on your taxes, and say that you only make $17,000 when you make 1.2 million and all you got was 9 months. Who you know? Who do you know?
I have so much to say.
Say it, Pam.
I just wanted you all to get to know the news straight outside the courthouse.
We're gonna get Pam to come on.
To know the news.
I run a podcast solo.
Okay, so there we have it, man. These pastors, don't take these pastors lightly. Not around your children, not around your pockets, not around your wallets, not around your pocketbooks, ladies. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, y'all really got to stop pushing this, man. Y'all really got to. This is why a lot of brothers stand broke. Because y'all women are dragging the men to church. And the men is part of the conscious community. We out here being truth seekers and truth speakers. You know what I mean? We ain't following that indoctrination. We're not following that witchcraft. We're following the truth. We're leading how we're supposed to be leading. Ladies have the ability to lead people astray the moment that woman want to lead you to church to be indoctrinated. We're already struggling. There is no way that you're going to write this pastor. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to give him this amount of money. No. You just passed how many homeless people on the streets coming here? You couldn't give to them? Huh? You couldn't sow that seed? They had a family of how many children walking with them? How many tents set up in the back of that building? When is the last time it looked like they bathed or ate? Huh? You couldn't sow that seed? You couldn't give it to someone who really needs it? Imagine if this money that he's doing prison time for right now would have been contributed towards someone who needed it. Imagine that. Just imagine that for a minute. Imagine that for a minute. Had it gone to someone who needed it. But that's not what they do, and that is certainly not who they are. They are definitely in it for self. They are selfish instead of selfless. And when you've had enough of people lying to you, when you've had enough of people telling you that you are not seeing what you think that you saw, you tend to wake up. And that's where becoming conscious comes in at. You learn the truth. You learn the truth. You learn the truth about it all. And when you learn the truth, you stand on the truth. Because the truth is the truth. Anything outside of that is just an opinion. It's not factual. And like it or not, religion is just an opinion. It's not factual. It's just something you perceive to be true in your opinion. And that's to be respected. But also understand your opinion does not make it true. And that in itself should be respected as well. I'm not telling you I don't believe in a Most High. I do. But I also believe in that sun up there. That sun, the real sun. The real sun that rises every day. That sun that saves lives every day. That causes trees, plants, even weeds to grow every day. Causes the crops that we eat to grow every day. I don't believe in a fake SON when I can see the real SUN right there. You have a solar day that you're supposed to celebrate that sun. It's called Sunday. And it's spelled just like the sun, SUNDAY. But they got y'all running the church praising the SON when it's SUNDAY. You're praising the wrong sun on Sunday, is what I'm telling you. You're praising the wrong sun on Sunday. You know, I wait until it's hot and I go outside and do anything I need to do. And it's always my black neighbors too, you know, Spanish neighbors and black neighbors. Man, you better get out that sun. Why you wait till it's hot? Why am I running from this sun? This sun is a healer. I'm built to handle this sun. This sun is a healer. I'm running to this sun. I'm not running from it. I'm running to it. They've trained y'all to run away from the sun, the very thing that's giving you strength. We are melanated for a reason. Stop running from the truth and run to the truth. You ain't never noticed when you out there in that sun, you tend to feel better. You get more energetic. You ain't never noticed that, but when you sit in the house in the AC behind closed doors and windows, locking your way up, locking yourself away from the energy of that sun, that vitamin D, those rays, huh? You feel sluggish, you feel fatigued, your bones aching. Get up, get out, and get some of the real sun because that sun can save you. If that sun don't rise, nobody lives. If that sun don't rise, no one gets light. If that sun don't rise, no one gets up to room temperature. There's no warmth. So while they probably can't tell you when their sun is going to return, I can tell you my sun comes every day. My sun comes every day. Y'all watch Zeitgeist Religion. Zeitergeist. Zeitgeist Religion. And then go look at Pastor Ray Hagen. You know, the first council of Nicaea, 325 AD. And you'll begin to understand that all religions were plagiarized from astrology, y'all. Orion's belt itself. Orion's belt itself. Believe in you. You have God in you. Believe in you. That's what I'm telling you. Everyone's so busy asking everybody what they believe in, and no one's believing in themselves anymore. Believe in you. Put that energy in you. Point blank, period. And get to know nature. Love nature. Return back to your roots because religion is not our roots. Like it or not, I'm going to always tell you we are people of magic. We are people of voodoo, hoodoo, magic. Magic. It's not religion. It's not religion. Religion took your power. Religion indoctrinated you. Get back to being who you are. Get back to being who you are. That sun is a healer. Black people stop running from that sun. Oh, it's so hot out there. I ain't moving around. I ain't going out there in that. It's your time. You need to be out there in that. Huh? Your enemy enjoyed the winter, and they were strong. And we had a very cold winter, and it lasted longer than possible. But that is their strongest time of the year. Winter, coldness. We're sun gods. What do that tell you? Our strongest time, our power is now. That sun, we're sun gods. We're melanated. Right now is our time. Maximize your strengths. That sun, y'all. That sun. Real talk, man. Believe in the elements. Believe in the elements. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I got some things I need to handle. I appreciate everyone joining me. I'm going to be going live on TikTok and YouTube even more. I'm going to be pushing stuff, y'all. Just need the support. Need y'all to share these things. I'm being shadow banned. So if y'all could share these streams to put me back in the algorithm, I would appreciate that. Because obviously YouTube is not recommending and TikTok is not recommending. But y'all know how I roll. You get nothing but the truth here. Nothing but consciousness. And these are the very things that they shut out. They don't want you to know. They don't want us unified. Okay? So if it's going to happen and I'm going to get the message out, then I'm going to have to get the message out through faithful listeners and through the faithful conscious community and through the FBA like you all. So if you really rock with it and you know it's the truth, share it. Share it. And start doing research, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Start doing research, ladies and gentlemen. All right. With that being said, y'all know what to do, man. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with the real, indigenous, internal, spiritual Most High. Realize what I'm saying. The real, indigenous, internal, spiritual Most High. None of that colonial stuff, y'all. None of that colonial stuff. They hand us Bibles for a reason. Wake up, people. Wake up, people. All right? Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected, stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut, be inspired, be great, and through it all, be you. Ashe, YouTube, Ashe, TikTok. Till the next time, be encouraged.